And welcome everybody to another CBC podcast. On today's show, you guys are lucky because this week we are not covering, hey, what stupid decision or thing has WB done, because, well, they really had nothing in the news that compares to D23. Now, whether D23 was your thing or not, we're going to talk about in this when we talk about everything after the intro. So, as always, I am, of course, your host, Armin. And as always, I am joined by Mitch.
Sup, you can find me on Twitter at 692tweets and Instagram at 692pics.
And also Tristan.
Yeah, you can catch me at IsJChance on Twitter and JChance on YouTube.
Perfect. And this week, we are once again joined by a very special guest who I will let him introduce himself right now and something new he is doing.
Yeah, guys, it's me, Jared from the Nerd Academy here again. You guys heard me more times than you can count at this point. But I am here to yet again shill for Podathon. That is going to be Saturday, September 17th, 5 days from now at time of record. I don't know when this will be out. But we are doing a charity live stream event for Make-A-Wish. We've been doing this for 3 years now. I got to be a part of last year's production team. I'm a part of the team this year. Again, it is going to be an all-day, 12-hour-long live stream event where we're going to be, like I said, raising money for Make-A-Wish.
What has he done in the multiverse to deserve this?
If you want to hear what he was going to say, check out the She-Hulk spoiler podcast where he does go over it.
That's
so
true.
I don't know when that's going to be out.
That's very true. Yeah, it should be up before this, maybe after. I'm not sure. We got to figure out when to dump this thing.
It will be up there sometime.
Am I back? Can you hear me?
Oh, we can, yes.
Okay, good. But yeah, I'll spit this out quickly then. Go to thepodathon.com or the Podathon Twitter. I'll send Armin the links to stuff. Yeah, like I said, the goal is 10,000 for this year. We have some crazy awesome headlining guests. We have Seth Green, Robot Chicken, Buff. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. Please tune in. It's going to be an incredible event.
So hopefully you guys heard most of that. Jared was in and out as Robot Ultron a little bit, but check the comments, or no, don't check the comments. You can check the comments. Check the description of this, and I will have one of the annotations pop over to their actual stream, and you guys can watch that. Check it out. Obviously, donations will be appreciated. I'll be donating for CBC this weekend, so you guys will see that. It's all around, support some good causes and things, so why not? Star Wars fans, they're better than you're led to believe, so you'll be able to find some good ones with some cool interviews and stuff with Jared involved, so that'll be pretty fun, I assume, for what it is. Now, let me crack open a drink.
Do I sound any better?
Travis.
I think you sound better now, yes.
Good. Yeah. But yeah, like Armin said.
Oh, no, see, now he Ultrons again every time he's ready to talk.
Yeah, it's like every time you're about to talk, it just trails off.
Yep. It's all the streaming he's doing right now at the same time he's doing this and trying to play the Call of Duties. I get you. That's what it is, I'm telling you. Or they're shutting him down for one reason or another. My God. But yeah, again, guys, check out the links in the description and find everything there as we head into the actual show we have at hand here, which I'm pretty sure people will want us to discuss. Yeah, that is debatable. But hey, let's talk a little bit about Daredevil, as plenty of things in regards to Daredevil did happen at D23, for better or for worse. Again, for some reason going into D23, people were under the belief that we were going to see more things, including some people were like, they might show a teaser. It's like, they haven't started shooting.
Haven't even got the scripts done yet.
They don't have anything besides, hey, we got the two actors you want back, which is D'Onofrio and Cox. Okay, cool. And more or less what they confirmed is, yep, it's 18 episodes, season 1, it's not season 4. Legally can't be season 4. We know this. We've talked about this. So you're getting Daredevil, but the interesting thing is it might be a soft reboot by the sound of it.
Soft reboot.
Actually, I don't get what's with people now. It's like, why isn't it season 4? It's like we've seen their explanation before multiple times where it's a different universe or dimension, and
No.
I mean, like,
not necessarily.
It looks like it's like where everything is almost exactly the same, but some differences happen.
Not necessarily. They've never outright said it's a hard reboot and it's a different universe.
I think it's just kind of inferred.
we had D'Onofrio out here for Hawkeye going, yeah, they told me to play it exactly the same, like,
and then they come out and they watch them come out and say, yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it is, fine, whatever. But personally, the more soft reboot thing is, look, it's been how many years in universe since season 3 would have happened? It's been a long time.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's gonna be the same one. It's just there's been off-screen development, like a lot of it.
Yeah.
He even says himself, like, I haven't seen anything, so I don't really know. It's like it could be a soft reboot. It could be starting again. Like,
because like people don't want him to have a sense of humor, even though like in the comics he does have like a little bit of a sense of humor doing stuff. And they don't
he even says that himself as well. He's like, slapstick Daredevil can work, not for a full season, but it can work.
Yeah.
And
with 18 episodes, you can have that in there, just not for the full thing.
For the fans, they don't want any of that. They want
they
want Frank Miller all the way.
And that's kind of the thing here with this whole Daredevil reboot angle that they're taking / soft reboot / whatever. Like, it is what it is, I suppose. Like, I'm not like, dead set it has to be the same thing. And like, you see this whole side of I've unfortunately landed to see a couple of those videos and they're so disappointing. Like, you got like Marvel TikTok, right, which is like just exploding because everybody wants to talk about it, and everybody's like, I hate She-Hulk, it's the worst, I'm only here for Daredevil, and then that's all they talk about. But then they also hate on Daredevil with slight change. They're like, we're not misogynistic because we hate She-Hulk, we're just here for Daredevil. It's like, yeah, but stop putting it on the other thing because you like the one thing. Like,
for that, it's weird to me because I've seen some of that. It's like they're okay with the cringe comedy if it's a different character, but for the newer characters, they have to be serious.
Which, again, Daredevil, I do hope they lighten up the character a little bit because he is now going to be, more in the MCU, if you will. Like,
Cox said in the interview, right, that he's going to be a little bit more flirty, so he's not going to be as downbeat.
Yeah, and also just wait till obviously him and She-Hulk have a connection in She-Hulk. Duh. Yeah. I will not be surprised if she shows up in his show, and it's wow, this is different considering he's over here doing whatever, and then here's She-Hulk to help him out. Like, people got to understand that that's going to happen. And again, if you go back through the articles, go through your Screen Rant, your Campia or whatever, ranting about it. Why isn't she or why isn't Daredevil in the MCU? I want to see him team up with the Hulk. And now they're like, no, he must be alone and never cross over. It's like, what? When did you change your stance? He's now going to be a part of this thing. Just enjoy the ride,
That's easy. It wasn't the Hulk they wanted.
Yeah.
But no, this thing's 18 episodes and there's a reason for that. If it was a tiny new reboot, why wouldn't it be 6?
Yeah.
Like they're playing catch up with from where he's been to what he is now.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a lot of integration, a lot of cameos. Like or guest roles, maybe a few cameos.
I'm just like waiting for when it comes out, and people don't get the cameos that they wanted because they're gonna hype themselves up for cameos that weren't confirmed or not even going to happen. They say this is gonna show up. This is gonna show up.
Yeah.
Just say people are going to get mad about Spider-Man. We all know it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were mad because Spider-Man didn't show up at D23 in the way they wanted him to. So
yeah. It's, look, like, cool. You're getting more Daredevil. it's going to be different. They even said they're starting production in 2023. Obviously, that's not even a big scoop because the show's coming in 2024. So they're shooting 18 episodes. That means the production of this thing is going to last a lot longer than some of the other stuff. So we're going to be seeing a lot.
Well, it might balance itself out, right? Because the lack of CGI needed for Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like compared to something like She-Hulk, where most of these things that take 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably about the same, I reckon.
Yeah, true. Actually, I assume they'll just have to CG all the flips and actual acrobatics he's gonna do, so they don't have to worry about that on set anymore. I'm cool with it. I'm excited for more Daredevil. I like the new logo. It's great. Putting the double D officially on there to here you go.
I wonder what the finale's gonna do of the show.
Are they gonna tease us like the damn Netflix shows till the last episode?
Let's be honest.
Gotta keep the tradition up.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what most of these shows are, right? So hey, finale's the suit. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
It's a tried and true for comic book shows. It works. Why change it?
Oh, that's
why it's a season 1, because it's copying Netflix season 1. You watch, he'll be like the black suit again, and then he'll get a new red one.
They're gonna fill in some gaps with flashbacks through the different seasons, being like, actually, you remember that time he was punched in the ribs on the couch? Well, he had a secret informant on the side, and this is what they were doing. Huh?
I wouldn't be mad.
Okay, so let's talk about the one big thing I want to mention here with Daredevil again. Bullseye, yes or no?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Same actor and everything.
Yep. Okay. I was worried somebody was gonna be like, no, because it doesn't make sense. It's like, no, they're gonna bring Poindexter in. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Which I think will connect to something we're gonna talk about in a little bit more. Which, we'll get. To
yeah,
that
it's true. It's true.
We will.
That'd be an interesting one.
We'll get to that when we get to it. So there you go, guys. Quick Daredevil chat. We'll be back when we get more news by probably the end of the year. So stay tuned. Now we're tossing in something that's not on the official description or in the image, but we're going to talk about it. The first trailer, Werewolf by Night, I want to talk about.
I loved it because it looked like a B horror movie with the person in there. He's trapped in a horror movie and he's trying to explain himself. I liked it. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. So people have seen, I've posted some images on social media and stuff. I have quite a few of the old Werewolf by Night comics. I'm a fan of this character. So to me, it was awesome just to see it realized in what I want to say is probably the best way possible, which is a cheesy, unexpected, black and white, B-level schlock style thing. And make no mistake, this is intentional. It's not budget.
This is like the One Division of horror stuff.
Yep.
They're going for the old classic monster B movie 60s or whatever they came out. I feel for it.
I did see some images that we are going to see. Hopefully we're going to see Man-Thing. I almost called him Swamp Thing.
Man-Thing is absolutely in the trailer. Yeah. He's burning some dude's head by touching him. It's just like, please, I need Man.
Well,
which Man-Thing makes sense, right? The dude guards the gate for the multiverse. He fits in.
And I'm wondering if the reason they chose black and white is so they can get a little bit more gory with it.
I think so.
The blood is black, so
yep.
That's
And on top of it, it makes me think you got this now. And obviously, the first joke everybody made after that trailer was, "Oh wow, Universal's monster universe looks lit." It's they beat them to it. You got them all here.
Well, funny you say that. I was reading comments and they're just saying maybe they should have started with Wolfman first instead of Dracula.
Yeah. So, I mean, the takeaway from what I've seen, pretty much by everybody, is. Yep, this thing looks amazing, and it's dropping in 3 weeks. So.
Yep, October 7th.
Wow, perfect timing, honestly.
I'm just here for Man-Thing and Elsa Bloodstone, to be honest. Oh, Jack Russell can take a seat for me.
No, boo, boo! I say, boo this man.
But no one knows who Werewolf by Night is apart from you.
Yeah, well. At least I know, and he sits in my heart.
That's true.
I mean, I did hear something because like they were looking at the trailer. And so where's Moon Knight? He has to be here.
Well, speaking of Moon Knight, the logo's very like derivative of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So maybe Moon Knight shows up.
Okay, so the one thing you mentioned earlier, the multiversal thing with Man-Thing, right? Do you think that they're going to explain that he's, like, stuck in this horror throwback, like, telling us his origin in a weird way, and then at the end, we get real Man-Thing and Moon Knight, and it's like, or is there a connection to Blade? Like, because, obviously...
I assume, like, you could get Blade in there as well.
Yeah.
You could get Blade, Moon Knight, like Black Knight. You could get all of them in there.
Like,
Depends how long this thing is, though, right? Because it's only, like... It's not like a full movie, is it?
Yeah, right.
I mean, what you want to be like what it actually was, just them in a bar, and like Moon Knight's just retelling the story of what didn't actually happen.
No, we need Man-Thing to tell it in his sarcastic rhymes in his head, where no one else can hear it. They're all just sitting there staring at him.
So, is he gonna tell the story, or
exactly? Little do they know he's actually telling everyone.
It's true, like, if you look at this thing, it would be interesting how they angle, and I do think that this is going to be more important to the future of the entire MCU once it's all said and done. Like, I have a feeling that this thing's going to have some interesting implications into what we're bringing the MCU into in a new direction, so... Whatever happens, I'm just psyched. It's Werewolf by Night. It's this cool occult side of Marvel, which I've been waiting for a while. So
it feels like a very quick way to get to like Midnight Suns.
It does, yeah. Yep.
Or like at least that realm. But it's like, let's just do a little special. Throw in Man-Thing as a Bloodstone, Werewolf by Night. And we'll get there eventually.
Agreed. So there we go. Just a quick little chatter about Werewolf by Night. We'll obviously be talking about it in about like 3.5 weeks when it's out. So stay tuned, everyone. Can't wait to talk about this. Let's talk about the unexpected. The one expected thing was, hey, an update on Captain America New World Order. The unexpected thing was he's going to be facing off against the leader from The Incredible Hulk. Oh, no. If you would have given me a bingo card and said fill it out with your most unexpected predictions, I would not have put this on there. Like,
No.
what?
No.
How?
I saw that. I was like, "There's no way that's real."
I thought it was. I thought it was a troll. Like, sound like a lie.
I thought it was cool, but then like really, I was like, why are you? Because I was reading stuff and certain people, and even on Twitter, is like, why are you giving him Hulk's villains? I was like, I'm like, why does it matter?
I mean, who's to say the Hulk isn't in this as well, or maybe She-Hulk? Like, we don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the implication of the leader being in here is there's going to be a Hulk.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Whether it's Jen, whether it's Bruce, whether it's a different Hulk, we don't know. I'd put good money on
Rick Jones.
that
Come on,
A-Hulk.
boys. Come on.
Yeah, you could throw Rick Jones in there. Why not?
It'd be good. I don't know. Like, look, I don't need to show any more for a Captain America brand to tell you that this is like high on my list, but telling me the leader is coming back, played by such a talented actor, the same actor again. You know, Samuel Stearns is back. It's like, we're just going to have the same actor playing the same character. You're going to see the leader. They said this is going to be one of those tales that's completely different than what people are expecting. I mean, like, then Torres is back, and he is confirmed to be the new Falcon. I'm excited for that. Like, I mean, this film...
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't have the bird eyes. He hasn't.
He will. How are you going to distinguish him?
I want them to,
be
like...
some weird bird person.
I want them to meet in the middle. He comes back with the wings, but he's like, yeah, I took this experimental thing. I got bird eyes now, so check it out. It's like, what? Why?
So have it so that he can change between them. They're not like these giant balls on the front of his face. Like, let's not do that. Is that the goggles? Is it like a war? What is it? Like, what's going on with that?
It would be pretty good. Like, I don't know. Like, does this whole leader thing excite you more or less? Everybody seems to be more excited besides the people complaining about it.
I'm interested in it.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
Yeah, me too. It's to me, it's just I guess they're finally going forward with legacy heroes and actually embracing it instead of saying yeah, we might go forward with legacy heroes, or we might just bring back Steve Rogers as Captain America just in case.
Right.
I mean,
that people are just mad because on one side he's all, why is he using the leader, and then another one's all like, you can do that, but why can't you do another Hulk film? I'm like, there's reasons why they can't do a Hulk film right now, and that's why they're using characters from different for those characters that are connected to them in different franchises, because they can do that.
You say they can't. I find it very interesting. A, we got She-Hulk, and B, the leaders come back. Well, something's changed. Something's not.
Something's changed. But the way I view it from what I was reading, the deal with Universal is that they can't, without their their consent, they can't make a Hulk film, but they can use the characters in different movies.
Well, they could make a Hulk film because they have the rights.
Again, I do want to just point out something very interesting that just happened, which I kind of noticed. The whole Universal license and stuff that's reportedly expiring next year, right? Which has Universal have exclusivity on theme park rides and all that on the Hulk. Isn't it funny because just how a year away now they announced, hey, we're adding Hulk to Disney California attraction.
I noticed that. Yeah,
I saw that, and
something has happened.
It's horrible, by the way.
Yeah, it's the best way to hide that the Hulk is in that type of, like,
I saw like different pictures, even close-up ones. That is horrible.
It's just flat white. It's like, hey, here's this white suit. There's no texture. It's flat. Something's definitely changing. Whether they agree to something before everything runs out or what, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
even if it was running, or if it is running out next year, they wouldn't be able to announce anything
exactly
for theme park stuff. So something's definitely gone on there.
I honestly will not be surprised if, and okay, I just want to preface this, I know nothing about this whole deal. Again, I do talk to people, but what I'm about to say I know nothing about, but it won't surprise me if it's happening. By summer of next year, Disney and their partners at Fox and everybody are about to buy out and be sold the rest of the 30% of Hulu that Universal owns. From what we've heard, they've been working on some other deals to also keep Universal content as part of the rollout. It's not out of the realm of possibility that they could have bartered with Hulk in the middle somewhere to exchange a few things to make it a little bit more possible. Again, I'm not saying I know anything, but it wouldn't surprise me if next year they're like, hey guys, we are announcing a World War Hulk film, and guess what? Universal will co-involve themselves in it so we can keep Hulk here and there, and we'll share it like Spider-Man. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly, just due to the 30% of Hulu that Universal has been holding on to, trying to work out the sale price, if one side or the other didn't want to sweeten up the deal and get a little bit of the other side. So I'm just putting that out there. It's a little weird the way you look at the last couple months and now with the Hulk in the theme park, where he's literally not allowed to be in Disney things, and suddenly he is. Something has happened between the sides, so just take notice of it. So yeah, it's looking good though. I'm excited for whatever Cap and Hulk and the leader have to offer, honestly, because things are sounding good.
Well, they called it a paranoid thriller, which I don't know how no one put that together from New World Order, but that was the bit that got me the most excited. It's like, yes, give me a paranoid thriller. I've had a political thriller, give me a paranoid one.
Yeah.
With some crazy, weird conspiracy theory.
Agreed. It's a different direction, which to me is like, cool. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. More genres in the MCU. So, again, we'll talk more about this soon, guys. Just stay tuned. There's obviously going to be plenty more to talk about when it comes to everything related from Captain America to supporting cast to possible crossovers to more on the, leader front. And obviously we're going to... Okay, let's just quickly put this out there. Do they give him a giant CG forehead or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he had a giant head at the end of the Incredible Hulk. That was a decade ago in the universe. So yeah, why not?
It was growing. So Man, can you
No,
imagine?
like Abomination, it's like, cool, he looks slightly different when we last saw him.
I was going to say, can you imagine if, like, Abomination, they completely go comic and his forehead is, like, 4 times the size?
Yes, that's exactly what I want. With his little orange jumpsuit, like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's what I was explaining to people. And so, what kind of like leader they're gonna do is I hope they have his like huge ass head in there just because it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I want him to look
We
like...
need Green Megamind.
Yeah. I want something that looks like it's out of a Cronenberg film where it's disgusting to look at. Being like, I am uncomfortable staring at his giant veiny forehead. Please take it off my screen.
Like constantly like shifting and pulsing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Just like, is it alive? What's going on?
What's in your head, bro? So yeah. Stay tuned, guys. A lot of excitement on the Captain America and Hulk front in relation to the... Let me lead you on over to our next trailer. Let's talk about Secret Invasion, guys. How about that Secret Invasion? So
this was a lot darker in tone than what I was expecting.
Yeah?
Like even for like a Captain America Civil War tone, yeah, this was a lot darker than that.
I mean, I kind of expected this since the main character is Fury, and Fury doesn't trust anybody.
I mean,
I was just expecting more Winter Soldier. That bit slightly not lightheartedness, but it's not as grim and depressing as this one.
Kind of what I was going for, and I'm not gonna lie, like I like the trailer, but something about it just didn't fully click with me, and I don't know what it is. Maybe just the excitement for some of the other stuff in Werewolf by Night, obviously, but this trailer didn't do a whole lot for me in terms of, oh, this is must watch. Again, I like it, but something about it just seemed off to me. I don't know.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great trailer.
The reason I think why it's not clicking with a lot of people is because you haven't seen like Nick Fury in a protagonist role throughout everything that happened in the MCU. He was always just a supporting character. But I'm like really excited for this because I wanted to see what would a Nick Fury led film be, and this was kind of what I expected.
Now, I do want to mention this, and this is something I was talking with my wife with and a couple other people who are fans of the comics, and I think the one thing that they pointed out that maybe the reason I'm kind of like on it, and I think they did land on the correct, this is probably why. It's in the comics, when you look at Secret Invasion, it was so grandiose in nature, right? And what they were going for.
And this is real small scale.
It's that thing again, where I'm kind of like... And again, Secret Invasion was the time that brought me back into the MCU that built up the Dark Avengers. So like that, or into Marvel Comics. So like it was my first entry point back in after like missing a bunch of Marvel for like 8 or 9 years. So like it holds like a special place in my heart. And I think that was kind of it's like... I'm definitely expecting, guess who's a Skrull? This person, you didn't see it coming. But it's like, it's not as grandiose as the comic event. So to me, it's like, it's just not the same. So I think that's...
See, I was, the second they announced it, I was like, it's not going to be that big.
Yeah, but I knew it was going to be that big. But the one scene from Secret Invasion I did like. It was, what was it? It was in that little meeting area, and you see that one guy, but there's like multiple different copies of him.
Yeah, they will stand up and they change into him.
Yeah.
That was a cool show.
Yeah,
I'm just here for Media Clark.
Sim!
All 5'2" of
Sim!
The one thing I do want, hopefully, there's a reference to in Secret Invasion is the Skrull cows.
I also personally hope it ties into some of the events of, the last Spider-Man film or the one before that, and also Captain Marvel. Like, it kind of has to, right? You hope? I mean...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Captain Marvel's in this.
Yeah.
Possibly, because, like, when we see in the trailer, Nick Fury's been in space for a bit. He hasn't come back to Earth until recently.
And also, don't forget at D23, San Diego Comic-Con, when they talked about Secret Invasion, the press release and what Feige said after is that this is Disney Plus's crossover event. So I'm definitely expecting a couple more, this has got to be more characters than the trailer showed. Obviously, they're just teasing the small... It's a teaser trailer. It's not even the first trailer, really, so...
No. And they also say it leads straight into Armor Wars, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, that's one way to, like, how do you, obviously it's roadies in both of them because they had Don Cheadle like talk about both projects. But it's like, how do you get Secret Invasion to lead into Armor Wars?
Yeah.
Like, because from what I don't know if we're going to talk about, well, are we going to talk about Armor Wars later? Because they did have some information on that. The reason.
Well, they spoke about them as a pair, didn't they?
Yeah, so I guess we'll just talk about it here then as a pair. So,
okay, well, from what I saw is that I guess something happens to where I guess the Skrulls were trying to divvy up, I guess, the Stark's tech, because in Armor Wars that's what Rhodey's end up doing, is trying to stop whoever stole Stark's technology. So they could see something like that happen if it's going to lead into that.
I mean, I'm still leaning on we're going to find out that Rhodey at some point was replaced, and whatever this Rhodey's doing is probably a Skrull, and Armor Wars leads into the real Rhodes being like,
please,
oh, crap. Like,
as long as he was replaced post-Endgame, I'll be all right.
100%, yeah, post-Endgame. Yeah.
That's kind of it's how you see the Skrull Rhodey walking around just fine, and the real Rhodey shows up, and he's still doesn't have the use of his legs. It's like, oof.
I'm telling you, this is how they bring back Terrence Howard.
I was just about to say one of them cocks it up and it's Terrence Howard. Like, yeah, I can see that.
Who are you again?
It's just a really racist Skrull.
No, he's going to show up like, who are you again? Maine? Oh? Maine?
Next time.
Next time. This time, baby. Gets into a suit and flies off, because remember, in real life, Terrence Howard said he's invented an Iron Man suit in real life, so I don't know.
It's a cardboard cosplay.
I'm not making this up, people. Go look this up. He actually said it. I'm not making this up. It's real. It's real world lore tying into Secret Invasion. It's actually them just trying to steal the prototype he built. It's a biopic. It's going to be amazing.
I'd be fine with that, unironically.
Terrence Howard just running away from Kevin Feige trying to steal his plans.
Though I wonder if they're going to use the War Machine armor that he wore during Secret Invasion.
Which one was that?
I'm trying to find the actual mark.
Yeah, what? Yeah. I hope that they don't give him, like, look, I like the armor he had in Endgame, the big bolty new, like, freaking, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It looked like a giant tank.
I say I liked that suit.
Yeah.
When they first showed it off, I then saw someone repaint the hot toy of it, so it's the black and the white. I hate it. It's disgusting. It looks so bad.
It only works with the colors they gave it.
It's like, what is this?
From what I've seen from like the covers and stuff, it kind of looks like the Extremist armor.
Oh yeah, because it's around the same time, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a version of the Extremist armor, but just black and white.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to see Rhodey go back to a more streamlined War Machine. Like a bit more like Iron Man 2 sort of style.
Same, yep. Like, take a couple steps back, and... Yeah.
And obviously keep all the bells and whistles he's got, but just keep it a bit more... not horrendously Hulk-sized.
That's the whole thing. Like, take it back a bit and then tie it into maybe Rhodes has to rebuild an armor from scratch and he has to go back to basics because he doesn't know what Tony was doing. Like, that'd be an interesting angle to take and give him something of his own kind of arc in building and having to not, need Tony for it. Like, there's some...
So have it so, like, Ezekiel gets the War Machine suit he has now, and that's how Stain gets the armors, and then he has to go back to the old one.
Exactly. So, like, you can play around with the ideas, so... I hope so. But yeah, Secret Invasion, Armor Wars, a pair of them going together kind of makes sense, which makes me think that Armor Wars definitely 2024 by the sounds of it, if not 2025 at the latest. So.
Well, I said they're shooting it next year, so I assume 24.
Yeah. And if they say winter of 2024, that means spring of 2025, just so you know. So.
Would it be spring 25 or would it just be like early 25?
Oh, like February, like tiptoeing on spring? Yeah, it could be it too. So,
I
Wow, Marvel Studios following the Hot Toys delivery. You're getting this in December, actually summer of the following year.
I was thinking of the Final Fantasy Rebirth or Remake Part 2, where they're like, oh yes, it's going to be winter 23, and everyone's like, oh my god, Christmas. Like, no, it's going to be like February. Yeah. Get over it.
It's like, I'm trying to remember which one was it. It was one of them, because I think it was Secret Invasion, or is it Our Wars, where it's only going to be like 6 episodes, so.
Well, they're all going to be 6 episodes.
Yeah, unless stated otherwise, apparently.
Yeah.
Yep. So there we go, everybody. Stay tuned. Can't wait to talk more about Armor Wars and Secret Invasion. And now we are going to end our kind of topic by topic, and after this we'll go on to everything else D23. But we're going to talk about Marvel's lackluster bolts. The team has been revealed.
You mean the rusty bolts?
I mean, how many super soldiers do you want?
Yes.
Yes, all of them. Whoa.
I saw this now. I immediately had the same reaction everyone else had. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, my worst fear of Bucky on the Thunder. I know Bucky's been on the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's the reason people are like, why is Bucky on the Thunderbolts? And I'm like, he's been a member of a version of Thunderbolts, so him being there is not out of the ordinary.
Yeah, but so is Hawkeye. Like, and I wouldn't want Hawkeye in the Thunderbolts.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. When they revealed the team, individually, I'm like, oh, I like these characters and I want more of them. But when you put them all on the same team, and literally more than half of them are the same archetype and do the same thing.
Say we have 3 shield throwers. Okay. We have a mimic. Like, you can discount Taskmaster and be like, you've only got 2 people the same. It's like Taskmaster just copies everyone, therefore she's the same.
Yeah, right. It's like Taskmaster is like you'd want Taskmaster on there because like they can copy a lot of different styles, so you wouldn't have the same style every time.
And I just want to point this out, like, it's not, again, I'm not hating on any of these characters. Like, trust me, I'm one of the 3 people on Earth who bought the Taskmaster hot toy because I actually didn't mind a character and I like that character. Like,
should have held up because the mask on this one's so much better.
It is, which means I'll just have to double dip. God damn it! But
you go to one of those sites where they sell it off in pieces. Just buy the head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Get the skull.
It's the same suit. Who gives a crap?
But here's what I want to point out. My problem is, like, you have all these, like we said, we got the shield throwers, right? Why can't you have Justin Hammer in as your stand-in to Iron Man? Why can't you have, like, if you want to bring back...
Have you seen anything Justin Hammer's been in?
That's the thing. He's going to steal some of those Armor War suits to make it connect to that. That's my through line with this whole thing. Just Justin Hammer's back. He's stealing suits, okay?
I mean, no, I wouldn't be mad. But, no, my thing with it is such a bland, uncreative, unbalanced team.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be the point.
Yeah, it does.
There's something more going on here. It's like, no, this can't be the team.
Mm-hmm.
Also, interestingly enough, the URL for the Marvel's, like the article about this, has Zemo in it. Like, why would they have Zemo in the URL? I know it's only literally a link to an article, but it's just like, why is that there?
I mean, his omission was the one that literally hit me. I was like, where's Zemo?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I wouldn't be surprised if this team is the front and the movie is about setting up the actual team. Because Feige literally came out here when he announced it at Comic-Con with, it's going to be some people you know, some people you don't.
Right.
We know everyone.
Yeah, I was expecting for them to do the Serpent Society and then pull back and reveal like 6 more people standing behind them and being like, this is the team. We bamboozled you for a couple minutes. And it's like the concept art officially releases in HD. I was like, oh. Like, I felt my soul kind of take a hit. It has to be.
There's no way it's not.
It has to be. Like,
which honestly makes me more excited for the movie. It's like, cool, I know you're trying to like sidestep me. But I'm gonna let you do it, and I want to see how you do it. There's no way they leave Zemo out.
No.
You don't miss people like Songbird, Moonstone, Goliath. Like you don't miss those people out. I know that's one version of the Thunderbolts, and the Thunderbolts like thing is they're never the same team, like, over and over again, really. But like, they know people want the Zemo Thunderbolts. And like, it's the most recognizable one.
And I've seen the argument also, like, where's Abomination? I think they just didn't want to spoil Abomination, honestly.
Yeah.
But my biggest one is, I still can't get over the team is going to be called the goddamn Thunderbolts without Thunderbolt Ross or Red Hulk. I refuse to believe this.
Well, we have a very unfortunate situation with that one.
We do, but
very unfortunate.
The solution is just keep Red Hulk the entire time. We know they got the budget to sustain it now. You don't need to, make them go human.
What if we put a Captain Marvel and this is what General Ross was wanting all along?
Yeah.
And it's like we're going to name it after him.
That was his personal project.
Yeah, I could see that, honestly. Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
And then give us the other Red Hulk as the character. I can't remember who his name is in the comics. Yeah.
Yeah, the US or the US Avengers one.
Yeah. Bring back Liv Tyler as Red She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Red She-Hulk in the comics, I'm not going to lie, so I'd be cool with it.
Never actually read Red She-Hulk, so...
It's not bad, it's fun. It's fun, that's it.
But this is a very white male team.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's half and half, like, with the women thinking about it. I keep forgetting Taskmaster's not a dude.
Yeah. Well, that's because the reshoots changed that.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. So you're supposed to be a black man. Oh, what's going on here?
Nope.
No, it's an interesting lineup. It's making people talk about it, and I think that's the point.
I hope that's the point.
Something's going on here. I outright refuse to believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got my hazmat copium suit going on, so I'm just swimming in it.
Yup. Well, I suppose that's some of our thoughts officially on the Thunder. Here we go. The last topic of discussion, everything D23. Literally everything we might not have mentioned in the podcast or anything. We're going to talk about it here. Surprising absolutely no one, there was no Spider-Man announcements. What were people expecting? Sony to show up at Disney's event? No. Come on.
They wanted Spider-Man.
Yeah, they did, but they didn't get him.
But no, they got him.
Don't deserve him.
Yeah. They got him at a sizzle reel.
True.
I mean, they also got him. There was the hot toy. The Avengers Campus hot toy was there.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, for that hot toy, they legit just took the one where he has the cape from What If and took the cape off and gave him a sweatshirt.
You mean the one for What If they literally just put the cape on it?
Yeah, it's... Oh, my God.
What do people expect when it's the same suit? It's easy money for
it
hot
is.
toy.
Yeah.
I applaud the game on that one. But yeah, the whole... the multiversal ride thing they're doing with King Thanos, which FYI, make a movie of that, please. I want it. They've got a couple of Spider people in there, or a couple of versions of Peter Parker in there.
From what I saw, that I know they apparently they put in freshman year Peter Parker in there as well. So.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. He's right next to the Hydra Stomper on the thing, and also Man Thing, and it's nice seeing Man Thing in color.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about that one thing that did show up, but they only showed a trailer, and it was the new Captain America Black Panther video game.
I've literally not seen anything for this. I know it's announced, but I haven't even watched.
Yeah, it was during that whole video game stream. It was just a trailer, and you had to actually look for an interview with Amy Hennig. But from the trailer itself, it did not reveal much of anything. The team that's making it, it's a spin-off from the actual animation division of that. It's like Skyloft, I think that's what it's called. They made a video game division, and this is their first AAA video game because people thought it was just some mobile crap.
Yeah.
But no, it's a AAA video game, and Amy Hennig said that it's a narrative-driven action-adventure game.
Sweet.
In the vein in the vein of Uncharted. So you're gonna get that stuff with that, and it's gonna star Steve Rogers as Captain America during WW2. Not people also awards T'Challa. Well, this is not T'Challa; it's his grandfather as Black Panther. That's gonna be in the game. You're gonna get some others people from Wakanda, and you're gonna get the Howling Commandos because you're gonna have 4 playable characters: Captain America, Black Panther, Gabriel from the Howling Commandos, and it's one of the warriors.
Yeah, one of the Dora. I can't remember her name, but you bring that up, and in my opinion, it was smart to set this during World War II because when it's a hit, and it will be, they can jump forward when Captain America's de-thawed and then have the foundation for a sequel in more modern day, and perfect. Like it's a good setup.
It is. It's the basis from the miniseries, I think, in the early 2010s. The Flags of Our Fathers, where Cap and a Black Panther meet for the first time, and the story synopsis that she gave was it's Cap and Black Panther take on Hydra in Germany.
Yeah. So, I mean, the gaming stuff, I'm going to be real with you, was all kind of a letdown besides this announcement, which unfortunately leaked like 10 hours prior to the announcement. Yeah. So it took the wind of it.
And they didn't show it at all. You had to go looking for it. So that's what I've seen on like YouTube and Twitter and stuff. And people are saying you're gonna have this, and this, because like one was like one of the like the soldier that you could play as. People thought it was it was Wolverine. Because Wolverine was active in WW2.
Right. He'll be in there. Don't you worry.
But no, you're Gabriel from the Howling Commandos. So I'm excited that this, but it was just weird how they announced it. Where like you said, the stuff got leaked like 10 to 12 hours before, but it wasn't advertised anywhere because you saw people just saying they're gonna have this, and this. Yeah. And there was like very few people were actually giving the correct information.
The problem is, they announced the game, but it doesn't even have a name title, so it's back to Avengers Project, which was like not the name of the Avengers game, and it just ended up being Marvel's Avengers. It's like, you guys couldn't even announce this with a game so people can file it correctly on their website. Like, it seemed very rushed.
Like, it was, because people were even confused and kind of upset because they were saying that they were so scared of the IPs not staying on their own that you had to have Black Panther and Captain America as together to have a game, because you're not that hopeful that either one of them could hold their own on a video game as a solo title.
Right.
You had to have both of them in there.
Yeah. It's.
I mean, history shows that Captain America could not hold a video game by himself. So it's probably they've thrown Black Panther in there to try and give Cap a boost.
Right. I see it for both sides, because it's like, why wouldn't you give Black Panther video game of his own when the expansion from the Avengers game, like, that was the only good part about it.
Yeah, it's true though.
Was Black Panther was the only good thing about that game.
So my thing with all that sort of stuff, people need to realize it's not always a case of they don't think it's going to happen. It's maybe that was just a pitch.
Right.
Maybe it's the game they're wanting to make. They wanted to have Black Panther and Captain America together in a World War II setting. Not, you're being told this and that. So no, this is actually what they want to make.
Right. Yeah,
and I understand that sentiment, because that's what usually happens during pitching for projects. But you also see the ugly side of pitching projects where development teams want to do this story, but the company says maybe you throw in this character too. We get more profit from that, and it morphs into something that they didn't want to do.
I think this game is honestly a mixture of a bunch of things, but I am 100% convinced if Amy Hennig walked in there and said, this is what I want, they gave it to her. Because having The Last of Us and Uncharted on your resume, I think it gives you a blank check at this point, right? Like,
probably,
it's kind of like a big deal to get her, and there's already buzz and trustworthy buzz related just to her name. So I think things are looking good. Now, I do want to bring up the disappointment angle of this whole thing, because a lot of people...
That is not co-op.
Yeah, that's so weird. What, huh?
I'm fine with it.
It feels just weird because they announce it as a team-up game. You're like, okay, and then you're like, but no co-op. You're like, huh? Like, repeat that part. I'm not sure if I heard it correctly.
Yeah, that's what people assume. Is no, you're probably going to be playing all 4 characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm tight about that.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm fine with that. If it's tight and the story's solid, I'm fine with transitioning from one character to one character.
I say we need more like single player games in a minute. Like no co-op's fine. Especially after how Avengers went. Yeah, you don't want co-op.
Well, that is for people. Why do you hate Marvel's Avengers? Well, the philosophy for that game was people are stupid and they can't understand the concept of different builds for different characters. So everyone plays the same.
Yeah.
Should have just copied Bungo. I'm telling you.
Oh,
if you want a live service game, just copy Bungie.
Yeah, it's true though. It's true. I mean, what else was at D23 that we want to kind of talk about besides just the gaming? There was a couple more things.
D23 was the first time I realized the husband from Everything Everywhere All at Once was Short Round in Indy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I watched that movie twice without even realizing that, and I was like, "What the hell? Why is he talking about Indiana Jones on the stage?" I'm like, "Oh, he's Short Round." Like, okay.
Yeah, it was. I was happily surprised that Mandalorian Season 3 finally got a release window with being February 2023.
Yeah. Also, I feel bad saying this, but I think the Star Wars presentation was underwhelming. Like,
it was for except for a few things, but like, was it Tales of the Jedi, that animated anthology?
The kids cartoon.
Yeah.
Well, not that one.
Oh no, which one's the kids cartoon?
The cartoon is the preschool one. It's the one with is it the High Republic?
High Republic
stuff.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Yeah, the Tales of the Jedi is the animated anthology series. To me, it was cool, but it was kind of underwhelming because, yay, you're seeing more stuff from Count Dooku and Ahsoka. It's like,
in fairness, Dooku had 15 minutes of screen time over 2 movies.
I know, but like with an anthology series like Tales from the Jedi, you can do anything. That's what I was viewing it as. But when you saw, we're having familiar characters back, I'm okay. I'm probably not gonna watch that. And then
don't say that near Jared. He's absolutely like busting a nut for that dude. So.
And then I see people were like, again, it's like the next season of the Bad Batch, which got pushed back to not January 4th. It was January 14th, and it's gonna have like 16 episodes, and it's all great. It was like it's the Boar Batch. And I was like, isn't this like the one thing that it's like it's boring for like the first 2 seasons, and then it gets really good at season 3.
Yeah, that's the Filoni deal.
That's it. Yep, that's how it goes.
But I don't see the mid. I can see the mid-batch breaking that trend.
Hopefully. I'll never know because I ain't watching it.
Yeah, and then they showed off some stuff from the Ahsoka series, and then I forgot who, like the actor they got for Ezra, because he's supposed to be in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't any of the names that were rumored, so it's like, okay. Cool.
I wanted Rahul Kohli. I wanted my eyes on. So.
That
wasn't meant to be.
That was kind of interesting to watch, but other than that, I wasn't really. Well, one thing that surprised me that I didn't why they put that in the Star Wars presentation was Willow.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that?
It wasn't Star Wars. It was Lucasfilm.
Yeah, that's yep. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was questioning that too, and then it hit me. It was Lucasfilm.
Yeah. I was like, well, what's this? Oh, Willow. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh my, I guess. But like some of the other stuff, it was, like the only thing I was like really like interested in was Mandalorian Season 3, and then Tales of the Jedi until I saw that, oh no, we're getting familiar characters again. That kind of tempered my expectations for that one.
And also, like, going into this, we knew who the director of Fantastic Four was, so that took all the wind out of it. I was like, oh, yeah, we've known that.
They made it official.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, okay.
What was funny was Feige came out and said, yeah, I'm not talking about Fantastic Four right now. You guys it.
But let me point to Matt Shackman in the crowd, like, he's doing it. I'm like, guy over there.
That was kind of like, all right, it is what it is. What else was there that kind of stood out to you guys? Honestly, it kind of like, this wasn't, I don't mean to hate on him, but oh, you're bad because they did better than what WB's had recently. But I was still.
He's got a big fandom this year.
Yeah.
I mean, because kind of like looking back at it, it kind of feels like D23 is turning into fandom.
Yeah.
For them, because like looking at D23, they really went out with some of the stuff and the presentations that we did see. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that was just many people were hoping for so many more announcements, and well, Henry Cavill didn't show up on stage, and he was rumored to be everybody from your mom to mine. So I don't know, like.
Imagine thinking they're gonna get Henry Cavill as Doctor Doom. Imagine actually believing that.
Dude, one of my close.
It's such a bad cast.
One of my close friends messaged me. He's like, "Bro, did you see who Henry Cavill was cast at?" I was like, "No, he's not Mr. Fantastic." And he was literally like, "No, he's gonna play Bullseye." I was like, "What are you?
What?
What? Who?" And it like linked me to this thing. I was like, "How did you even find this page with like 30 follows that apparently you like all their stuff? What is wrong with you?" Like,
what's the thing?
Like
you get all these random accounts just starting up and making crap, and it's just like people believe it. I don't get why. That high Q page, it's like, rumor is blown. It's just like, well, there's no source in it, so why the hell should I believe it's a rumor?
I saw like when this was going on, like one of the rumor pages or for Twitter, it kept showing up on my feed, and it was like, was it Marvel Cinematic Universe or something like that? And they kept reposting it over and over. It was all. I think it was, you'll see Wanda again in her own movie, and people were like retweeting.
Yeah, it's been a rumor for a while.
But they wanted like to twist the knife. They could have just had Henry show up on stage and say, "I'm the new Sentry," and just leave.
No, he's got to be Hyperion.
Yeah,
He's got to be the leader of the not Justice League. If you're gonna do it, you got to really twist the knife in for people with that.
Yeah. Now,
you gotta do it.
I do want to mention something that I think is very important that people overlooked. Kevin Feige did say there's no more big announcements until D23. So the next D23 is when they're expecting to do something. He openly said, he's like, yeah, so they announced so much. So we are not getting another D23 with the amount of announcements we just got prior to San Diego and this one up until literally mid-2024. So, like...
Yeah. What's the thing? Is he saying he's not going to announce anything until the next D23? Or is he skipping Comic-Con? Or is he just meaning, like...
I think, if we look at next year's Comic-Con, right? 2023. We already know what's coming out in most of 2024. Like, you got Thunderbolts Cap, so they can show that off and announce the rest of the slate for the Disney shows for 2025. And, going into 2025 and there with the whole, hey, here's Phase 6 where we still have, 10 empty slots, right? So I think what he's saying is, those groundbreaking, shattering announcements like we just did, don't expect those for a while, which, again, makes sense. People went into this expecting, hey, what's after Secret Wars? It's like, what? Bro.
Yeah. It's like you just got 2 Avengers movies in the same year announced. Relax. It's not like you haven't got anything. People are just so impatient.
It was like that Patrick Star thing. He's like, you stole my only food, and now I'm gonna starve.
It's true.
Yeah, I didn't really follow this D23. No.
The only other thing I can remember is them having some passing talk on, was it X-Men 97 and some of the other stuff that they have in the pipe, but it wasn't really anything substantial. It was just saying, hey, we're still making, we still have the VAs in the booths, recording and stuff, but it's chugging along.
Yeah.
That was it.
So I suppose that's really going to end it. We did a good 15 minutes on D23, unless there's something else you want to add.
The only other thing was people were on Twitter, were basically pissed because they go, why are they still showing exclusives at D23? We want to see it too.
Well,
the amount of people are where can I watch it? It's like you buy a ticket and go.
Yeah.
That's how you watch it.
There was some girl that was streaming and they caught her, and now she's ruined her everything forever. Well,
it's weird because some people get caught, other people don't. It's usually people up front that get caught because there people were definitely not streaming, and they were recording some of the interactions that they had with the actors on stage. I'm like, how are they getting this? And people are getting cut. I said, I guess people were getting too greedy with all of the, all the retweets and stuff.
I mean, could also be worse. You could be one of the press people that applied, didn't follow the guidelines, then make a video standing outside the place going, they won't let me in.
That's what you talking about, King.
It's like, what?
He said they were giving me the run around, so I'm sorry, guys.
That's what you get for leaking the Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, it was,
I'm going to put a watermark on it because it's retweets.
Yeah, so I posted on Twitter. I was like, what's going on? He goes, oh, sorry, guys. They wouldn't give me a press seat, and they wouldn't even let me in, so they kept giving me the runaround and saying I was supposed to get some tickets, but I couldn't, and they couldn't find who it was, so I'm outside.
Yep. It's a whole thing. Look, D23 happened. It's behind us. All things considered, was it a great show? Not really compared to what they did at San Diego Comic-Con. But again, San Diego Comic-Con was their once every 5 years drop a bombshell and then let everybody talk about it for the next couple years. So
We didn't talk about it. I just forgot about it. Loki Season 2.
We didn't talk about Ant-Man either.
Yeah.
Because there was a couple things that happened, like with Loki Season 2. Basically, the plot is that Loki's trying to tell everyone that Kang is coming, but no one's believing him. And then with Quantum Mania...
he's the multiversal Alex Jones.
Yeah. And then with Quantum Mania, I think the basis is that Kang kidnaps, his daughter?
Cassie.
Yeah, kidnaps him and basically tells him, you're going to do a quantum heist for me or she's gone. And that's what he has to do.
Well,
and of course, it's getting tied directly into Kang Dynasty, which who'd have saw that one coming?
Wow. I am blown.
Kang's a villain.
Speechless, I tell you, speechless. Yeah.
Look, this Alex Jones just makes me laugh because he's just going to have that tinfoil hat on telling everyone Kang's coming, but no one's going to believe him.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, yeah, there we go. D23. Kang is going to mess everything up. Just like the ending of this podcast, it's probably messed up.
Or is Ant-Man going to mess everything up?
It's the combo.
Just like
of two.
Sylvie messed up everything.
Yeah, a little bit of both. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. This podcast has been over an hour long, or right there on the dot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's going to be coming at you earlier than normal, so dropping sometime before Saturday. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon. So take care.